Welcome to Think Tank, and here's your host, Mickey Hutton.
Oh yes, we're back. Think Tank is back on your screens. Now the object of the game is to be the first team to put 100 points into 2 of our 3 Think Tanks. That team then goes on to take the Think Tank Challenge, and if they can beat the Think Tank Challenge, they could win the personal CD player. But first, should we meet the teams? I think we should. Red team, good to have you here. Nick, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm systems manager for a life assurance company, and my hobbies are principally to do a bit of amateur dramatics, and I like to entertain as well, so more recently I have to do a bit of fitness work to try and get rid of the entertainment.
You look lovely and slim to me, Nick. Good to have you here. Hilary, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hello, I'm a desktop publisher, and in my spare time I like to do graphology and calligraphy.
Oh yeah, all those long words. Yeah, I know all about that. I'll be coming back to you later on to find out what that's all about. Ron, what do you do? Where are you from? Tell us about yourself.
Hello, I'm Ron. I come from Ramsbury village in Wiltshire, and I'm the cleaning systems supervisor for a biotechnology company near Oxford.
Good to have you here, Ron. Pet. Hilary, you're the team captain. How did you meet?
We're friends from the same village in Wiltshire.
Good. Glad you could come, Red team. We're going to move on to the blue team. John, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hello, I'm a trainee office manager. We come from the High Lane near Stockport.
Yep.
And I'm married to Joan on my left, and we have a son, age Mark, who is watching us at the moment.
Oh, good. Good on you, Mark. Yeah, you'll be watching me and thinking, I want to be like Mickey. Joan, see, I'm married to John.
Unfortunately,
What's his worst habit?
Too numerous to mention. Modesty, probably.
I'll sort them out later for you, John. Thanks for coming, John. Rick, where's your wife?
Not here, I'm afraid.
She's not?
Sorry, no.
She'll be watching you and supporting you. What do you do?
I'm a resting artist at the moment.
Right, okay. Well, Joan, you're the team captain. How did you meet?
Just through the village. We live in a village called High Lane in Cheshire.
Just mates. Well, it's good to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, the teams. So, let's play the first round. I'm going to ask a series of questions. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. If a team answers incorrectly, I will throw it across to the opposing team. There are 30 seconds on the clock for each of our 3 think tanks, and the first 30 seconds starts now. Which is the most famous tourist town in Central Australia? John.
Alice Springs.
Right. Which British city is home to the National Exhibition Centre? Rick.
Birmingham.
Right. Which football club did Ron Atkinson manage immediately? Rick.
Manchester United.
Wrong answer. I'm going to throw it across to the red team and read the question again. Which football club did Ron Atkinson manage immediately before moving to Coventry?
Aston Villa.
Right. Time's up. Let's go into think tank number 2. You have 30 seconds starting now. Which gas in the air does a plant absorb? Nick.
Nitrogen.
Is wrong. Blue team.
Carbon dioxide.
Right. On which river are the Victoria Falls? Ron.
Zambezi.
Right. In which country was Joe Bugner born? Rick.
Hungary.
Right. May, Duke and Merton Glory are both varieties of which fruit? Time's up. Cherries, and time's up in think tank number 2. So let's go on to think tank number 3, and you have 30 seconds starting now. What do we call an anaesthetic that numbs just one part of the... Rick.
Local anaesthetic.
Yes, it is. I was just going to say one part of the body. Which former member of the Monty Python team wrote and directed the movie Brazil? Rick.
Terry Gilliam.
Is right. The Khyber Pass joins Pakistan to which country? Hilary.
Afghanistan.
Right. Which heavy rock band's biggest hit was a song called Paranoid? Rick.
Black Sabbath.
Right. Alan Shearer joined Black... Oh, time's up at the end of round 1, so let's have a look at the scores. In Think Tank 1, the red team have 10 points, the blue team have 20. In Think Tank 2, the red team have 10 points, and once again, the blue team have 20. And in Think Tank 3, the red team have 10 points, but the blue team have 30. Well, it's time to go on to round 2. In this round, we put specific categories into each of our 3 think tanks. We have 6 categories on offer, and today's are travel, showbiz, flora and fauna, science, sport, and mystery, which could be about anything. Now, the team that is trailing in each of the think tanks gets to select the category. So, in think tank number 1, the red team is trailing. So, which category would you like, red team?
I think we'll go for science.
Okay, there we go. And in think tank number 2, once again, it's the red team. So, which category would you like?
Sport.
Okay. And in think tank number 3, Deja Vu, the red team is trailing once again. Which category would you like?
Travel, please.
Okay, there it goes. Right, that's all the categories selected. The first question I ask is for control of the science think tank. Here we go, teams, fingers on buzzers. Give another name for the star constellation known as the Great Bear, or Nick.
That's a major.
Wrong. I'm going to throw it across to the blue team. Give another name for the star constellation known as the Great Bear, or Ursa Major.
The
John?
Plough?
Right answer. You have control of the science think tank. I will now ask you a series of questions on astronomy. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. And remember, it takes 100 points to fill a think tank. You are allowed one think tank session. So if you're not sure of an answer, you can call for it and confer with your teammates. If you give me a wrong answer, you will be eliminated from play. And if all 3 team members are eliminated, your opponents can steal the points in the pot. Joan, you gave me the first answer, so I'm going to move on to John. Which planet was discovered in 1781 by William Herschel?
Think tank, please.
Think tank, yes, you can have one. Need an answer?
Uranus.
Is the right answer. We put 10 points into the pot. And now you have a tactical decision to make, blue team. You can freeze this category and add the points in the pot to your side of the think tank, or you can play. If your team fails to give me another correct answer, your opponents can once again steal the points in the pot. So would you like to freeze or play, blue team?
We'd like to play, please.
Okay, John. What are falling stars properly called?
Comets?
Sorry, it's a wrong answer. It's meteors. You're eliminated from playing in this category, and we move on to Rick. Which man-made structure can be seen from the moon?
Great Wall of China.
Right. 10 points into the pot. Freeze or play?
We're freeze.
Okay, we'll have the 20 points from the pot into your side of the science think tank, taking you to 40. And move on to think tank number 2. First question is for control. Which football club is managed by Kevin Keegan? Rick.
Newcastle.
Is the right answer. The Toon Army. You now have control of the sport think tank. I'll ask you a series of questions on football. Rick, you give me the first answer. I'm moving to John. Which former Leeds United footballer was nicknamed the Giraffe?
Jack Charlton.
Right, 10 points into the pot. Freeze or play, blue team?
I think I've got to play.
I think you should play. You have got a think tank session available, John. What was the old name of football's Premiership, John? You have a think tank session?
I think we'll have a session.
I need to hurry you, blue team.
Go for it.
Joan, need an answer.
Premier League?
Wrong answer, Joan. Sorry, you see, they're useless. It was actually the first division, so they were no help at all, were they, Joan? You're eliminated from playing in this category. Rick, which English footballer was the top scorer during the 1986 World Cup tournament?
Gary Lineker.
Right answer, 10 points into the pot. Freeze or play?
Play, I think. Yeah, play.
John, who was manager of Leeds United Football Club for just 44 days?
Brian Clough.
Right, 10 points into the pot. Freeze or play?
Yeah.
Play on?
Play on.
Okay, Rick, here we go. Which British football club won the European Cup in 1979?
Nottingham Forest.
Right, 10 points into the pot. Freeze or play?
Oh, play then. Go on then. Play.
Play again, John. Malcolm MacDonald scored 5 goals in one game for England against which country?
Cyprus.
Right, 10 points into the pot. Freeze or play? I need 3 right answers to capture the sport think tank.
We're freezing.
You're going to freeze?
We're freeze.
Okay, blue team, we add those points from the pot to your side of the tank. And we move on to think tank number 3, which is the travel think tank. First question is for control. Which British Crown dependency returns to Chinese rule in Nick?
Hong Kong.
I was going to say 1977, and the answer is Hong Kong. You have control of the travel think tank. I will now ask you a series of questions on geography. Nick, you give me the first answer. I'll start with Hillary, and you have a think tank session available. Which is the chief port of Western Australia on the mouth of the Swan River?
Perth?
Wrong. Fremantle. You're eliminated from playing in this category. We'll move to Ron. You have a think tank session available. What do you call the tremors which follow a major earthquake?
Shock waves.
Sorry, it's aftershocks. You're eliminated from playing in this category. Nick, it's down to you. Good. Cherbourg is in which part of France?
Northwest.
Is the wrong answer. You have no points in your pot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it across to the blue team. If they can give me the answer, they'll get a bonus of 10 points. I'll read the question again. Cherbourg is in which part of France, blue team?
Normandy.
Right answer. You get a bonus 10 points. And we put that into your side of the think tank, which takes you to 40. So let's have a look at the whole scores. In the science think tank, the red team have 10 points, the blue team have 40. In the sport think tank, the red team have 10 and the blue team have 70. And in the travel think tank, the red team have 10 and the blue team have 40. Join us after the break to see which team is going to go on to take the think tank challenge. Welcome back, and let's go straight into round 3 of Think Tank. Each correct answer is now worth 20 points. Remember, it takes 100 points to fill each Think Tank. As we start this round, we give the team who is trailing in each Think Tank the chance to change or keep the category they're behind in. Here are the categories that are left. So, in the first Think Tank, the red team are trailing, so would you like to keep or change the category?
Yeah, we'll stick with science, please.
Okay. And in the second think tank, once again, the red team are trailing. So would you like to keep or change that?
We've decided to go for showbiz then.
Okay, there it goes. And in the third think tank, the travel think tank, red team, you're trailing again. Would you like to keep or change that category?
Mystery. I think we'll go for mystery this time.
Okay, we'll put mystery into there. Now, the first question is for control of the science think tank. What is the medical name for German measles? Ron.
Rubella.
Right. You now have control of the science think tank, and I'll ask you a series of questions on health and medicine, starting with Nick, and you have a think tank session available. What type of microbe causes the common cold? Time's up. Sorry, it's virus. You're eliminated from playing in this category. Hillary. Which parts of the body are affected by gout? And you have a think tank session available.
The legs. Or
I'm
feet.
sorry, it's the joints. So you're eliminated from playing in this category, and you've just wasted your think tank session there. Ron, which parts of the body are affected by pleurisy?
Lungs.
Right, we put 20 points into the pot. If you give me 4 right answers, Ron, you could fill this think tank. But do you want to freeze or play?
I'll play.
Okay, Ron. In the world of medicine, what do the initials ENT stand for?
Ear, nose and throat.
Is right, 20 points into the pot. I need 3 right answers, Ron. Do you want to freeze or play?
Play.
What part of the body is affected by glaucoma?
Eyes.
Right answer, 20 points into the pot. I need 2 right answers, Ron. Freeze or play?
Play.
In the world of medicine, what do the initials SRN stand for?
State registered nurse.
Right answer, 20 points into the pot. Ron, if you answer this question correctly, you fill the science think tank. What is the common name for halitosis?
Hay fever.
Is the wrong answer. I'm now going to throw it across to the blue team. Blue team, if you answer this correctly, you fill the science think tank. I will ask the question again. What is the common name for halitosis?
Vapra.
Is the right answer, and you've stolen those points from the red team and filled the science think tank. Ron, you're going to think you've got bad breath, because these two are never going to speak to you again, are they?
Never, never.
No. And we're going to go on to think tank number 2, and the first question is for control of the Showbiz think tank. Who directed A Fistful of Dollars? Rick.
Leone, Sergio Leone.
Is the right answer. You now have control of the Showbiz think tank, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions on directors, starting with John. Who directed the 1987 movie version of Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie?
Oh, think tank, please.
Yes, you can. Need an answer?
No idea.
No, it was Paul Newman, so you're eliminated from playing in this category. Joan, for which film did Warren Beatty win an Oscar for Best Director? Time's up, it was Reds, so you're now eliminated from playing in this category. We move on to Rick, and Rick, if you can give me 2 right answers, you fill the Showbiz think tank and go on to win the game. Who directed Double Indemnity and Sunset Boulevard?
Alfred Hitchcock.
No is the wrong answer, so I can throw it across to the red team. Who directed Double Indemnity and Sunset Boulevard?
Billy Wilder.
Right answer.
Well done.
You steal the points in the pot. Well, now we go on to think tank number 3, which is the mystery think tank. First question is for control. Which jazz musician had the nickname Satchmo? Ron.
Louis Armstrong.
Right answer. I will now ask you a series of questions all about musical artists, starting with Nick, and you have a think tank session available. Which singer, backed by the Brothers, had a hit in the 60s called Picture of You?
Joe Brown.
Right. We put 20 points into the pot. Red team, I need 4 correct answers from you, and you have a think tank session available. Hillary. Which male singer reached #1 shortly after he died with a song called Way Down?
Can I have a think?
Yes, you can.
Try Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Is the wrong answer. It's actually Elvis Presley. Ron. Which British jazz trumpeter is the chairman of the radio panel game Sorry, I Haven't a Clue?
Chris Barber.
Time's up. Sorry, it was Humphrey Lyttelton. So you're eliminated from playing in this think tank. Nick, if you can give me 4 right answers, you capture the mystery think tank.
Well, easy.
Brian and Michael had a hit in 1978 called Matchstalk Men and Matchstalk Cats and Dogs. Which artist was it about?
Lowry.
Right answer, 20 points into the pot. Freeze or play?
Freeze.
Okay, we put those 40 points into your side of the think tank. And that's the end of round 3, and we find that there is no outright winner. And the blue team has filled 1 think tank, so we now return to the second think tank. I'm going to ask a series of questions from the categories we play today. But now, each correct answer is worth 30 points. And the first team to fill 2 think tanks wins the game and goes on to take the Think Tank Challenge. Okay, teams, fingers on buzzers. Which country was home to the renowned cabaret singer Edith Piaf? John, for the game.
France.
Right answer, and you fill the think tank and win the game! Yes, blue team, you've won the game. You now go on to take the Think Tank Challenge. But first, red team, what can I say? You were close and you lost it and you got it back. You've been great contestants. Have you enjoyed playing?
Yeah.
Very much.
It's been good to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, the red team. And now, blue team, you go on to take the Think Tank Challenge. Let's have a look at the game board. As you can see, you need 1 right answer to capture the first think tank. 2 right answers captures the second, 3 the third, 4 the fourth, 5 the fifth, and finally 6 right answers captures the 6th think tank. And we'll be playing with these categories: horror, real names, pop music, books, new age, and money. Now, to help you win the game, you'll choose which category you want in each think tank. So, starting with the bottom tank, where you only need 1 correct answer, which category would you like?
New Age.
Okay, there it goes. And in think tank number 2, which would you like?
Pop music.
Pop music, please.
Okay. And in think tank number 3?
Bukes.
Books, please.
Bukes. And in think tank number 4, you're having a right laugh, aren't you?
Money.
Money for that one, please.
Money, oh, that's noise to me, that. And in think tank number 5?
Real names.
Real names, please.
Real names. And finally, in think tank number 6, it must be horror, the horror. And here's how we play. I will read you a statement in which the last part is false. You'll have to correct the statement to make it true. For instance, if I said Gomez and Morticia are members of the Partridge family, you would have to say Adams family. If you don't know the correct answer, just say pass and I'll go on to the next team member. If none of you know the answer, I'll go on to another statement. So, with 90 seconds on the clock, let's play the Think Tank Challenge, and your 90 seconds starts now. According to legend, quartz crystals originated in Atlanta.
Pass.
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 Atlantis. The link between the astral body and the physical body is called the astral plane.
Pass.
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 Astral code. The process of psychophysical re-education developed by F. Matthias Alexander is called the Alexander Aura.
Pass.
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 Technique. Tai Chi is a system of exercise developed by the Russians.
Chinese.
Right. The Beatles' first manager was called Brian Glover.
Epstein.
Right. Wet, wet, wet are English.
Scottish.
Right. In the Updike novels, Harry Angstrom is nicknamed Horse.
Pass.
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 Rabbit. The Downing Street Years are memoirs of Margaret Beckett.
Thatcher.
Right. Come to Grief is a novel by Dick Emery.
Pass.
Francis.
Right. 12 Red Herrings is a collection of stories by Geoffrey Hughes.
Archer.
Right. The peseta is the currency of Germany.
Spain.
Right. A dollar is equivalent to 100 dimes.
Cents.
Right. 10 bob is equivalent to 20 pence.
50.
Right. 100 centimes equals 1 lira.
Frank.
Right. Maurice Micklewhite is the real name of Michael Fish.
Michael Caine.
Right. Elvis Presley's middle name was Pelvis.
Aaron.
Right. Marion Morrison was the real name of Marilyn Monroe.
Pass.
John Wayne.
Right. Cliff Richard's real name is Harry Worth.
Webb.
Right. Gaz's real name is Paul Botek. Oh, and time's up. Blue team, you really suffered on those new age questions, didn't you?
Ooh, terrible.
That was a hard one. Yeah, well, blue team, thanks for coming. You've been great contestants. Have you enjoyed it?
We have. Been good fun.
Well, it's been great having you here. So from the blue team, from me, Mickey Hutton, and all of us here at Think Tank, we'll see you soon. Bye.
More Think Tank tomorrow at 4, but you only have to wait a few minutes for more rapid-fire questioning as 15 are reduced to 1.